The care sector has suffered enormous reputational damage recently from a series of nursing home horror stories. One scandal earlier this year in South Australia particularly caused shockwaves. It exposed real holes in federal regulation because the neglectful and abusive home had repeatedly passed Commonwealth checks. Now there's going to be a massive shake-up aimed at lifting standards across Australia. Angelique Donnellan takes a look.
We were shocked. It was a very uninviting place from the moment you drove in the driveway to the moment you walked through the door to when you went into the wards.
It is appalling that anyone could be treated so badly and that this mistreatment was not detected earlier.
It's a very sad, depressing place to walk through.
Early last year, Barb Spriggs made the difficult decision to put her 66-year-old husband Bob in the state-run Oakden aged care home in South Australia. He had Parkinson's and dementia, cruel diseases that changed him completely. He became angry at times and no longer recognised his wife or children.
There'd be times where Bob would go, "I think I'm going to bed," and I'd say, "I think I might come too." "Don't think so," he said. "No, that's just for Barb and I. Like, you can't come up to the bedroom."
Within weeks at Oakden, his health rapidly declined. He had unexplained bruises thought to be caused by restraints. And then the family discovered he was given massive overdoses of his antipsychotic medication.
He was given 10 times the amount that he should have been given. He should have been given 50 milligrams and he was given 500 on at least 3 occasions.
It took months before anyone would listen. Eventually, the family's complaints would shake the aged care sector to its core.
Tonight, the South Australian government to shut a state-run nursing home in the wake of mistreatment claims.
It turned out Oakden had a history of abuse and neglect dating back to 2007. Yet the facility had easily passed federal accreditation audits. Under this system, homes get advanced warning inspectors are about to visit.
We could pick it up, so how an accreditor could go through there and not pick it up is beyond me.
I think the biggest tragedy with Oakden was the situation. We had 2 governments. We had a state government and a federal government that effectively sanctioned elder abuse in those facilities.
Oakden would come to represent the worst in Australian aged care and expose critical weaknesses in federal oversight.
That will help improve the quality.
It led the federal government to commission a review.
Elder abuse is unacceptable and will only be stamped out when it is confronted and corrected.
Today, the Aged Care Minister announced that more than 2,500 federally funded homes would no longer get any warning they're about to be audited.
That's why today I'm releasing the review and announcing the Turnbull government will move as soon as possible to implement unannounced assessment visits across residential aged care facilities to help ensure safe, quality standards are maintained at all times.
Neil and Carla Barron were aged care consultants for 20 years. Carla's also been an assessor for the Commonwealth.
That storeroom is disgusting.
They say the bar needs to be lifted higher to deliver better care.
Do you know what you need to pass planning and leadership? A written mission and value statement. So, if you have on the wall, our mission is to look after old people in the best possible way, you will pass that standard.
As far as the accreditation process, rather than trying to patch it up right now, I think they really need to take it back to the drawing board and start all over again.
And they enjoy the social interactions every day with all these different people.
Aged care researcher Sarah Russell says staffing is the crucial factor in delivering quality care.
The federal government does not legislate staffing ratios in aged care. And the thing that is interesting to me, that they do legislate childcare, hospitals, schools. They see those areas important, but they don't see it as important to legislate ratios in aged care. Are you going to be happy here?
Oh, it's a bloody lovely place. It's a very lovely place.
I'm really thrilled to hear it.
Sarah Russell has spoken to dozens of families about what makes a good nursing home. Overwhelmingly, they told her it's all about having enough qualified staff.
Some of the relatives commented on aged care homes looking absolutely beautiful. They had chandeliers in the lounge room, they have lovely appointed furniture, but this isn't what makes a good aged care home in itself.
In the end, how we consider and care for our elders is the ultimate reflections of ourselves as individuals, as communities and as a nation.
You can tell there that Dad's got Parkinson's with the look on his face, can't you? Yeah.
Bob Spriggs died more than a year ago. His family hopes the accreditation shake-up will make a difference in the future.
Each and every one of us is ageing, and, you know, we're going to probably all at some stage end up in one of these nursing homes, so we need to get this right.
They deserve to get the correct care at the end of the day. It's the least that we can do for them.